Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm Chelsea. I know that, pretty sure you know that. Let's jump into it. So today we are doing top fails number 83. It is Sunday night. I am in my huggle. I am all comfy in my huggle, but I need to do my skincare, take off all my makeup, put some leave-in conditioner in my hair and have it back, basically get ready for bed. So I've done a get ready with me. Don't think I've done a get unready with me in a long time. So let's go ahead and react to these clips and get unready. Per usual, I will try to remember to put everything I used today in the description box below. All right, so this first one is pretty sad. It's a little girl, the first day of school, or how people take the little sign pictures of the first day of school and it's Bethany Marie, second grade or first day of kindergarten, whatever, right? Well, this one is a little girl and it says, I missed my first day of school because my mom was in New Orleans. RF convention 2018, which yeah, it was 2018. That was a while ago. But someone just now sent it to me. And then it says, it was worth it. It was worth it for your child to miss their first day of school because you were going to a convention for a multi-level marketing company. How was that worth it? Also, I have just a lot of other questions. Why would they schedule it on the first weekend or week of school? I mean, I understand different counties, different states, different areas, different schools start at different times, but it's why would they do that? Typically these conventions are during the week. They're not on a weekend, or if they are during a weekend, they're also the first part of it is usually during the week. That's just so sad. I feel like it just shows that you're putting your MLM before your kid. And listen, I understand there have been many times where, my parent wasn't around because of work. I get that, but that's different than you making it so that your kid misses something or misses school because you were somewhere else. I have so many more questions. That's awful. Priorities, people, priorities.
And then hoping to sell it. Today, that model is so gone. It's like the early days of franchising. People took advantage of other people. They promised all kinds of things, and then the pros showed up. Guess what's happened in network marketing? The pros showed up. Now people get involved, and it's a sweat equity investment. It's not dollars anymore, and it's not lots of products anymore. And when you say the product's overpriced, compared to what?
Oh my God. I don't know who made this edit. And again, this was just sent to me, but it's amazing. I love that they did that because it is so true. And the entire time I was watching that original clip when it first came out, Eric Worre talking about how, the times have changed. It's not your grandma or your mom's MLM anymore. Blah, blah, you don't have to have inventory. And it's babe. Your prized pig, for lack of a better phrasing, or your cash cow, whatever, your star student, I should say instead. Your star student, Jessie Lee Ward, has a bunch of stuff like that, behind her in her videos. And you can say all day long, well, it's oh, well, she has to send out trials. No, she doesn't have to do that. She can have people buy trials straight from the company. They don't have to sell it, or she doesn't have to sell it herself and pack them up herself. She doesn't have to do that. My Lord. Yikes. Hilarious. And yes, with a lot of MLMs, you don't have to have inventory at all. But a lot of times what happens is, the inventory loading of you buying things during sales or, flash sales. People have talked about who used to be in Monat or still are in Monat. Even Angelique, she was a Monat rep. I interviewed her. If you want to see that video, definitely go watch it. It's a real good one. I'm very proud of that video. But she even said in there, she was yeah, even before I was out of the MLM, I would tell my team, and she, I believe, and I could be misquoting her, but sorry, had her uplines or her upline's upline who would say no, don't tell people that they don't need to buy things during the flash sale because your upline gets monies when you buy a bunch of stuff from flash sales. But realistically, do you need that? No, you don't. And they're oh no, it's you get to stock up. And stock up for what? Stuff has an expiration date. You don't need to stock up like that. The shelf life or the expiration date doesn't start. The clock doesn't start once you open it. The clock starts. It's called a shelf life for a reason. It's from when it's made. I mean, you're not Dwight Schrute with his, cellar or his bunker right now, Your stuff's not gonna last forever. Oh, and also before we go to the next one, I think it is really funny that he's oh, people say that it's expensive. Compared to what? Compared to market value, compared to what it actually is, compared to their competitors. Yeah, it's overpriced. It's expensive. I mean, look at these products. Look at Monat's products. Look at Arbonne. Look at, Rodan and Fields. I mean, that's so expensive.
I have an oil treatment in my hair, but for those of you who may know, I used to have a swim line before I started my Monat business. And imagine designing everything, spending so much money on designs, on making the fit perfect, like doing a million samples, and then having brands completely steal your design and sell it for half the price. At one point, we were even making our own fabrics, which is, so nobody would have it, which is super expensive, and brands would buy it and then screen print it and steal our fabric. I'm like, that literally is the fabric that we designed from scratch. So that's why I love what I do now, because my hustle determines my paycheck and nobody can take it from me. No one can steal it from me. It is mine and all mine. And I just am gonna show you guys our best-selling one piece. So many brands are still knocking it off. It's insane to me. It was featured in Sports Illustrated. A bunch of celebrities wore it. Just look at this.
So I have lots of questions per usual, but we have a minute more to go on this one. But isn't it interesting how she says, it's all mine, no one can steal it from me, whatever. But it's interesting that what she's talking about is repetition, right? She's talking about how, duplication, when it's like, girl, that's all that happens in MLMs. You want to be the only one doing something. You don't want people to, copy you, but you're recruiting people to be your direct competition. That doesn't make any sense. Yikes. And just acting like, oh, well, now this is mine. Now I started this business. It's like, no, girl, what you had before was your own business. And what you have now is not your own business in the least bit. It is absolutely not. You could have just gotten a normal sales job, my girl.
I used to get so mad, but obviously now I don't care. But I feel so bad for Kim K wears something, Kylie wears something, and the next day Fashion Nova has it. I feel bad for designers or people who run their own business, because if there's nothing proprietary about whatever you're making and it's not patented, then there's always going to be copycats. So thank God that this business is the way that it is, and I don't have to worry about that. And anything that I work hard for, I get compensated on. And if I want a raise, I give myself a raise.
That's so false. If I want a raise, I give myself a raise. No, that's not. You giving yourself a raise would imply that you are, salary, right? Or that you're hourly, that you're paid for your time. I mean, it's not the case when you're, compensation based. And it's not that if you want to make more money, I just give myself a raise. No. It's not like you're going into payroll and just giving yourself more money. I mean, if you are making enough money and, it makes sense for you to be set up as an S corporation, and then you go in and you have yourself on payroll and you pay yourself for tax purposes, a small amount, which actually can screw you over in the long run. But still, it's very, very interesting. And I don't know, man, it's just silly that they say things like that, because it's you're not giving yourself a raise.
Work harder. My hustle determines my paycheck, and I'm basically just a lot more in control of my life, of what I make, my paychecks, and basically my stress level. So yet another reason why I love network marketing.
No, you are not in control of any of that at all. If you actually were, you would be making more. I just can't stand when they're like, you can write your own paychecks here and you decide how much you make. And it's no, you actually don't decide how much you make. It's very deceiving, especially if you haven't been in sales before. And most of the people that they are recruiting have not been in sales before. And they act like it isn't sales, because if you have been in sales, or you are, the whole BS of you write your own paychecks here. And it's no, you make sales, you get money. That's it. Yeah, you can work a bunch. It's just so false. I hate when they say stuff like this. We're gonna put it on mute is what I meant to say. This girl looks like Elena from Vampire Diaries. Y'all told me to watch it. I saw that I only had until September 3rd to watch it on Netflix. I'm pretty sure it's just going to HBO though, and I have HBO, so I could just watch it there. But I'm already on season 5, and I don't know how anyone likes Elena. She's so annoying. Charlotte's my favorite. Please no spoilers, because then I'll just stop watching. Me, when someone tells me natural beauty products don't work. Ew. Don't put a dropper on your tongue. Gross. I won't even like touch it to my actual skin. Might have looked like I did, but I do not. Why did she put it on her tongue? What is that? If there's one magical serum I wish everyone could have, it would be yarrow palm. Yarrow is a plant that is high in antioxidants that help to reduce puffiness and calm the skin. Another word I can't pronounce, chamazulene. Chamazulene is the chemical compound in what gives yarrow that rich blue color naturally. When yarrow is combined with pomegranate seed oil, you get a rich hydration effect in the skin, which is perfect to use in areas where you have fine lines, pigmentation, inconsistencies, puffiness, or need extra hydration. Where to apply? Everywhere nightly. Around the eyes, smile lines, frown lines, dark spots, dry spots. 1 drop on the tongue. This oil is CPTG certified and is intended for internal use. Them finding out I'm 36 and DMing me. Girl, you're using a filter though too, so I mean, yeah, you can look great at any age. You just gotta take care of your skin. Support hormone balance? No, it's not. What is up with people in multi-level marketing companies claiming that their product does everything? Like, that's so annoying. Step 1, wash your face really well. Step 2, spot treat breakouts with tea tree. I do not suggest putting tea tree oil directly on your face. Apply a brightening serum to enhance effects of yarrow if you have sun damage. Lock in hydration with nightly moisturizer. Apply yarrow palm to target areas. Step 5, your face 2 to 5 times per week for added wrinkle and lymphatic drainage. You could also just take your fingers like this, but you could literally just go like this and do that. Same thing. You don't need to buy something. You could literally just use your hands. Longest caption ever. Of course, beauty routines are not all in the serum. You have to eat well, stay hydrated to get the glow. If you're like me, especially when you were younger with neglecting sunscreen, and sometimes you drink coffee and wine, then listen up. Girl, this caption's still going. Oh my dear God, it's still going. This is ridiculous. Pro tip, take a sun supplement like yarrow palm capsules to boost collagen production and up daily antioxidants with celery, frankincense. This is just way too much. Vitamin C, zinc, turmeric, palmarosa. Don't take my word for it. Check it out in my story highlights and see testimonials. I'm not going to trust any of the testimonials ever from MLM people. I know you are all about to blow up my DMs with where I got this. Lord, you can get all natural glowing skin kit from doTERRA through me. Link in bio. There happens to be a major sale happening through July 29th, so take advantage, lovies. And guess what? The caption's still going. My Lord. Like who, other than MLM people, like who uses emojis this much in their captions? Like who? Nobody. You will get access to my glowing skin webinar, 25% off any other purchases for the year, as well as a free 20-minute wellness consultation with me. Why? 1, why? 2, how dare you? 3, what are your qualifications? Probably none, if we've learned anything. And don't get me wrong, you can know a lot of information, you can know helpful information, but when it comes to like your skin and stuff like that, I would not take advice from someone who, like your skin and like your body, I would not take advice from someone who is not like certified to do so. I wouldn't even say certified, I would say licensed, actually. Manifesting this into existence. And it's a Scentsy person. And it says small business 369 method. And then it says 10 new orders with Scentsy. Wait, okay, so it says that 3 times. Okay. The 369 method, is that just you saying one thing 3 times, saying another thing 6 times, and saying another thing 9 times? Is that what that is? That sounds really dumb. You're just writing it down thinking it's going to happen. That's not how this works. 10 new orders with Scentsy, 10 new orders with Scentsy, 10 new orders with Scentsy. And then thank you for 10 new orders with Scentsy. I received 10 new orders overnight, 10 new orders overnight. I've honestly kind of feel bad laughing, but this is pathetic. How they get ya. This is what they teach ya. Okay, this one is a little bit longer. So we're going to stop every minute and a half maybe, because it's like 5.5 minutes. I know, I'm sorry, it's long, but you know what? That's what you're here for.
One appointment in El Paso tomorrow morning at 9. And they're like, oh, it just got booked. No appointments, okay? So I decide, I'm like, I'm not losing hope. Literally staying positive, just trusting and seeing myself literally hug Matt and Cabo. I'm like, I'm going to be there tomorrow. Like, I'm going to be there tomorrow, one day late. So I call our congressman, and they basically, I called actually our senator's office in San Antonio. He guided me in the right direction of my address, my location. So I call his office, I get in touch with the lady who's extremely helpful, and she's like, okay, honey, it's a very small chance that you're gonna get in. Like, it's literally by pretty much up to Houston if they're gonna allow you to get an appointment or not. So I'm telling, they're like, they really only allow same-day appointments if it's like a life or death situation. So I'm like, okay, bingo. I am gonna go ahead and share with her that I'm a breastfeeding mom, and that Matt has my pumps in his suitcase, and he also has a daily medication that I take that I need. We'll just leave it at that. Am I pumping? No. Is there a medication I need? No. Okay. Sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. Okay. So I went ahead and shared that. She added that to it. She's like, I'm going to call you back shortly. So
there's only a few places that you can actually go to get a passport the same day. I've had to do that before. I love that she's like, so I had to do what I had to do. So you lied. You lied to cheat the system. That sucks. That really sucks. So she possibly took an appointment time or a slot away from someone who maybe actually did have an emergency. And of course, that's hypothetical.
So mind you guys, I took off to Houston this morning because I'm like, I'm just going to be in the city and prepared for an appointment. Like, I'm going to manifest and I'm getting a freaking appointment. So I literally took off this morning. I got in town and I had just enough time to print out my photos. I was 20 minutes. She calls me back and she's like, Alexa, they made an appointment for you at 10 o'clock. It's 9:30. And I'm like, oh my God, are you kidding me? So I print my photos, I drive over, I park. Now that I'm not a rookie at this, I knew to do parking for like 9 hours because I'm gonna be here all day. I went upstairs, people were like, you're back? Like, why are you back? Oh my God. And they're like, how did you get a same day appointment? Like, that doesn't happen. Like, it doesn't happen here. Like, you don't get same day appointments. And I was just like, honestly, God was with me. Like, I asked for a miracle and he gave me a miracle.
Girl, you didn't. What? God wasn't with you. It wasn't a miracle. You lied. Like, you lied to them. That's what happened. You lied. That's how you got an appointment.
Blowing my mind. I can't even, like, I'm shook, honestly, you guys. Like, I got the appointment. It gets crazier. I book a flight because they need proof, so I booked my flight to Cabo, thinking that I booked for tomorrow, you guys. I'm telling you, mom brain. My lesson is like double, triple checking the things you are doing, Alexa, because I booked the wrong. So right now, at the very end of the process, they're like, okay, well, you can't come back today. We're going to mail it to you, and you'll get it within the next like 7 days because your flight's on the 25th. It's not urgent. And I was like, my flight's on the 25th. And she's like, yes, ma'am. And I'm like, oh, that's wrong. I said, that is wrong. I'm leaving tomorrow. I was like, I'm leaving tomorrow. I will literally show you like the right. I said, that's the wrong flight. I'll show you the right flight. She's like, you have 20 minutes on the dot to go downstairs, figure it out, and come back with the correct flight. I go downstairs and I'm making phone calls. I canceled the other flight. I just freaking get on Southwest. I love fucking Southwest. I love Southwest. I get on in a matter of like 2 minutes, book a flight. It was like $500. I'm so grateful that I'm able to just do that. And I booked it for tomorrow. I get in at 11:30 and I run upstairs. It was 20 minutes on the dot and I show her the flight. And she tells me to come back and pick up my passport after 2. So here I am, you guys. Here I am. I'm going to go have lunch with my... And I majorly, again, have to shout out everyone who knew this was happening. Just for thank you, because I know you were praying for me and you were there with me. I have to thank God for literally blessing me with this miracle, because I asked him and he literally heard me and gave me exactly what I asked for. And my husband, because honestly, you guys, like, he stayed so calm the entire time. He stayed so calm. And, you know, in that moment, he could have been like, oh, my God, I can't believe you lost it. And he was just like, we're going to find it. We're going to find it, babe. We're going to find it. He was like such an awesome teammate. And so, yeah, like the power of positivity and the power of like your thoughts become things. And I literally told myself, I will be in Cabo tomorrow. I'm figuring it out. It's happening. It's working out. Like, it's all going to work. And just the other day, I spoke with you guys about adjusting and adapting. And it's like, man, talk about some serious adjusting and adapting today. Like, wow. So I'm pretty mind blown. I have my suitcase in the back just in case I needed to catch a flight from Houston. Like, I was just prepared, you know. So I'm gonna go eat right now. I'm gonna have a date with myself here in Houston. I will be catching a flight tomorrow. I'll be back home in San Antonio tonight with my son. And I'm just so grateful, you guys. Like, you have no idea what positive thinking can do for you. And sometimes it's still...
Girl, that wasn't positive thinking. That was you lying. I mean, like, to the government. That was you lying to them. To a government office. To the Department of Homeland Security, actually. That's because I remember I just had to redo mine because it was way over expired. And it still didn't have my new last name on it. Been married for 7 years. I think it's just a great example of how the mindset in multi-level marketing companies in this type of environment, that's a better way to phrase it, the thought process, the mindset, the vibe, the culture in this type of environment is all like, manifest it and, you know, give it to God and blah, 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 and do this. And like, God gave me a miracle. And it's like, no, God didn't give you a miracle. You lied to Homeland Security, to that office, and were able to like cheat the system. Having a plan, someone else like to be your anchor, and like them keeping you calm and being like, it's okay, we're gonna find it, blah, blah, blah. Like, that is really helpful. I get that. But this isn't manifestation. This isn't a miracle. That's you lying to Homeland Security. Like, what? So just don't do that, please.
You could think positive and still might not go as planned, but something will reveal itself later down the line. In the reason for why this all happened. You know, I do trust that. So grateful. Just want to share the story. And yeah, I will be in Cabo tomorrow. This is a trip that I absolutely could not miss. You guys, our very first President's Team vacation. And when we get there, and Matt will start showing you some of it today because I told him to film everything, but you are going to understand why this was just, there was no way. Like, I was like, whatever I've got to do, I will be there. Holy crap. So yeah, I'm going to eat. I'm absolutely starving, and I am wishing you an incredible day. And just remember, like, everything's working out for you. Stay positive, and God's always on your side.
God's always on your side, especially when you lie to Homeland Security. All right, we have another like 3-minute one now, a little bit longer. It's all good. I haven't watched almost any of these, so I like the fact that I'm like watching them for the first time with y'all.
So I'm having obviously quite a few questions from people asking like what happened with the car bonus. If you've been with me the last year and a half, I have been through a lot. And I basically took a year off from my business. I haven't really been working my business. I haven't really been doing calls or anything or recruiting or nothing. So I've had my car bonus for a while, like 3 years, I think. And when you lose your rank, you lose your bonus. And I lost my rank a couple months ago, which is actually awesome. Not losing the rank, but like I went a long time without like actively working my business before I actually lost my bonus. But obviously I plan on working very hard to get that back. I just don't know how long that's going to take. And on a realistic timeline with having a newborn and homeschooling and having 3 other children to care for, but in honor of transparency, I'm just sharing this because people are asking, and I'm fine sharing it. Like I am going, to continue sharing ketones, and I love them, and I love the community, and this opportunity has done so much for my family, like from building a brand new house to like having that car basically free for the past however long, and just so many other incredible things. Like I've just become a totally different person and evolved in so many awesome ways because of, joining Prove It 5 years ago. And I'll never stop sharing that. So if you're here hoping that that's what's happening, it's not. So I don't know what to tell you. I will always drink ketones. They are the best of the best of the best. And I am obsessed with everything that is this community. So I'm just being honest. And while technically my commission is still, covering like my car payment, it's taking $800 out of my commission every month to pay for a car. But the other like DIY projects, speaking of which, and size vehicle for that reason, and because we have 4. I'm working very hard, and I'm going to get it back. So granted, if I can do that in the next couple months, I may just keep what I have, but we do really kind of need a bigger vehicle just for the fact that we have 4 children now. But we'll see. We'll see how things go. I trust God with all this, and I've been through a lot, and I'm trying not to get all up in my feelings about losing my bonus or anything like that, because it's just something that happened as a result of not being able to dedicate as much time to my business, which it is what it is. So yeah, that's the answer to that.
That sucks. That sucks really bad. It's just like sales. If you aren't making as many sales, if you're not able to, work those long hours, then yeah, you're going to lose out on money. I mean, that's what happens. You're going to be making less. The thing with the car bonus though, like that sucks. $800 car bonus or $800 car payment. That's so expensive. Is that normal? I don't know the girl. I've never seen any of her stuff. I like the way she's handling it. I mean, I think being transparent like that is really important because there are so many people in her MLM and then also in Monat as well that just will never be honest about them losing their bonus. It's wild. Yet again, another, I'm assuming, Monat person who literally just had a baby. That, I don't know if you can tell, that's a new baby. That was a brand spanking, just came out of the crevice baby. Imagine not even just being able to rest and recover. If you're one of my VIP clients, listen up. There's a flash sale bundle. Save up to 89%. Build your own bundle and choose 3 Monat favorites from the select list for only $20 when you spend $60. Okay, so their products are pretty expensive. So let's say you're buying one $60 product. So are each of those 3 things $20, or is one of them $20? I feel like one of them is $20. So that's $60. So that's $120 plus free product plus free shipping. You're already a VIP. You're already a VIP though. They make it so difficult to understand any of this. Oh my Lord. Okay, and then it says 3 for $20. Okay, so then you would actually be spending $80. But aren't your flex ship orders don't they already have to be a minimum of $80? Oh my God, this is so weird. Sample cart for new customer. And also, why? Why can't people just check out on their own? Why can't they do that? Hypothesis. And other people who were already in Monat have told me that it's because they don't want you to be able to cancel or to do it yourself, and they would rather you have control over it instead of having them have control over it, which is absolutely horrible. If it is a transaction, you're able to say no. It's your money. You should be in charge of it. You can say no. No is a full sentence. I know it's hard sometimes, but please get comfortable with saying no. Anyways, that is it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed. I hope you have a great rest of your week, a great start to September, and get excited for a lot of videos this month. I know it's going to be a lot, but I'm trying to post 20 videos in September. So I hope you have a great rest of your day, night, weekend. I know how valuable you are. Be nice to each other. Be nice to yourself. Be patient with yourself, and take a deep breath. And stay spicy. If you made it to the end of this video, congratulations, you are spicy. Look at you go. I'm very proud of you, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.